Alright, video number 3. I've learned how to put sound effects over the drone footage, but still not messing with the music yet, so. But anyway, first ride in this video is into Huasteca. Pretty cool landscape. It's all basically a riverbed, and eventually you get to the dam, which is super steep, and of course, since it's Mexico, it's not closed. You can just walk right up, do whatever you want. These stairs are 10 times steeper than they look on here. I recorded my whole walk up here, all the way to the top of the dam. You get up this high, and then you have to walk over. There's a ladder there. You go up to the very top. So I recorded all of it. It's pretty cool footage. And yeah, I came back to watch the footage, and the GoPro died right here. So none of that footage. But pretty cool landscape anyway. And then you go through the dam. You can just ride through, and that's where I'll be riding the rest of this day. And not really holding back much water right now, just some bugs. But at one time, this huge wall was actually holding back water. Only twice in history has this dam ever flowed over the top. Just imagine all this area right here, and most of the video of today, of the ride, is all from underwater. I had some fun in the puddles, till I ruined my bag. No longer waterproof.
Ah, shit.
But thankfully I found everything that fell out of it anyways. Yeah, just riding through the riverbed most of the day. It's nice when you just have no schedule for the day. You just do whatever you feel like. Yeah, it's back to the riding, back through the riverbed, getting to see some more mountains. It's like overwhelming when you're there. Like they're so high, they're so close to you. It's just really hard to convey in a video. This spot here, though, was easy enough to convey in a video, so I decided to get the drone out. It's hard to explain the craziness of this landscape. You've got these crazy vertical lines and this white rock and then the gray rock on the left. And you just have like these lush green spots and these sheer cliffs. Village in the middle of the flood zone, so I don't know what happens when it floods, but some puddles, scare the shit out of a horse for a couple minutes. ensure I'm not driving through some private property, which turns out to be a nice little ramp. So yeah, no schedule for the day, so put the GoPro on the ground and have a little fun. My last attempt though, a little better, getting there. Past that gate, it was about an hour of riding through this really loose stone. You gotta stay on the track on the left or the right, because the center is just putting the bike to the ground real fast. And yeah, more puddles. And eventually the valley breaks into like a pine forest. This dog, he's pretty nice. And his friend, not so much. Eventually you make it back to the road. It was about sunset when I was getting to the road, and yeah, nice little ride back through the mountains. And the next day I went out to ride in Santiago, just a little further south, Monterrey. And yeah, these people ride around in trucks on these roads, which I don't understand. And this guy wants some money, and I'm not really about that, so I'm just gonna continue on. Truck with a husky, because huskies do really well in Mexico. They love it. And into the little town on the top of the mountains. Find a little camping spot for the night. The next day we start out in the pine forest again. Super nice. Really tough downhill, which it's not the hardest thing in the world, but you don't really want to go to the left side too far. You're gonna have a bad day. Really tough uphill with the bike really just struggling up this uphill with all these rocks. Back on the flat ground. Nice little valley. Then back up to the mountains again. This view's alright. I'm trying to clean up a little bit on the way out. These guys on bikes.
Loco.
I've got a motor and I'm exhausted. I don't understand how they even do this.
¿Estás bien?
This guy's struggling though. He's way in the back of the other two guys.
Ay, mira.
Riding some more cliff edges before making it back to pavement and heading back to Monterrey for my last 2-3 weeks to be there. Playing some Mario Kart, universal language of dudes. Eating rocks with my beans. Finding fruit in my pocket of my jacket 2 weeks later. Little art. It's kind of cool, one of the cafes that was there. $2 for a couple burritos made by ex-drug addicts. They use the burritos for money to fund the clinic to help them get off drugs. Breaking my phone. Dog found a new friend. And it's just a black dog. Just a month prior, it looked like it was on the edge of death. The cat's relaxed now. Dog's no longer bothering. And they say sell bread here like drug dealers. They just drive around with these loudspeakers, day, night, doesn't matter. And a really cool view. This is the center of Monterrey, and so it's just kind of a full-on panoramic of the city at night. Of course, there's a church on the top. Best real estate in town. And some Asians chanting around the flagpole. I'm not sure why, but... And down the street a little bit, a place called La Gruta. The guys building the walkway, one of them had a bad day. This guy told me all about it. Not real sure what he was saying. It's all Spanish, so I just got to look. I don't need to do every room either. And a really good view from the top, too. Coconut popsicle. It was really hot that day, so. Then back into Monterrey, stumbled upon a free concert. Really popular rapper. And then the next weekend, they had a car show in the same spot. Some bike repairs. Change the oil the Mexican way. And then fitting in real nicely with some friends on bikes, going to a bike rally. And we thought we'd stay dry on the way home, but clouds are not looking so well, so yeah, we got wet. And after 3 days away, puppy's happy to see me again. He gets anxiety and rips things up, so this mess is from about 2 hours of him being by himself. And then I went back out to the dirt bike place one last time, beat myself and the bike up a little more. Lost a couple bolts. Both sides? Same day? Okay. I made some friends out here too, so I'm starting to see people over again. These guys invited me. There's probably 40 of them out there that day, making a huge paella. Probably one of the best I've had. And yeah, I decided to get the drone out again as well. You can kind of see some of the views from the riding. This is literally where you ride the bike through. And that happened to be take two, because, yeah, I wrecked the drone. Yeah, about that. Wreck number two. Three of the trip. But this time, we need a little repair. A little JB weld and some paper clips act as rebar. But anyway, still super beautiful spot to ride. Bike's a little low for the terrain, but it's okay. And the rocks get a little loose sometimes. Yeah, it happens. Sometimes more than once. I've left Monterrey now and headed further south. One last stop at Melanie's before I leave out. Some great tacos, and I've made some great friends in Monterrey, and I hope to return sometime, and they hope I return as well.
Cesar, what's up, man? I will laugh. I think about you, and I hope you all stay great and you have fun all night in your life.
Oh, that sounds super gay, by the way.